بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدي وحبيبي ونور قلبي أبا القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الذين ذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم صوموا تصحوا. The Prophet tells us the philosophy of fasting, the benefit of fasting. What would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala benefit from we not eating or we are not drinking? What would Allah benefit? Nothing. Any act of worship that we do, first of all, we have to understand it doesn't make any difference to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why the Quran reminds us when we go to Hajj and we do all those sacrifices, whether it be by camel or by goat or sheep, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَنْ يَنَالَ اللَّهُ لُحُومَهَا. Allah said that meat that you sacrifice, it doesn't reach me. وَلَا دِمَاؤُهَا. Nor the blood that you share, right? The blood that you shared in that land of Mina, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to be anything to me. وَلَكِنْ يَنَالُهُ التَّقْوَى مِنْكُمْ. But what reaches Allah is that pure intention, that sincerity, that ikhlas. Allah said that reaches. So, the Prophet tells us that this month of Ramadan, fasting comes with so many things. One of the things that the Ramadan comes with, it comes with so many benefits. And number one is your own health. That's what Rasulullah said, Sumu tasuhu. Fast and you will stay healthy. Now, number one, you have to understand, as Imam Ali alayhi salam said, البطنة بيت الداء والحمية رأس كل دواء. Our stomachs is the house of all kind of diseases. Today, if you ask doctors, most of the diseases that we get, that people experience, or the world experience, come from what? From the food we eat. Now, one simple example, the COVID that the world is now having today. How did it start? So people were eating what? Some animals they are not supposed to. Right? And from that animal, they took some what? Some diseases that today the world is now experiencing. That is why Imam Ali says, Al-bitnatu baytu da. Al-bitna, from the word button. Your stomach is the house of all diseases. But how can you protect that disease? He said, wal-himyatu. Prevention, protecting, is a ra'su kulli dawa. It's the best of medication. Now, one of the way you can also prevent yourself from getting diseases is through fasting. Today, if you look, as we speak about the disease that the world is now facing, with the COVID-19, we're all trying different things to boost our immune system, not to get sick. Now, they tell you so many things. One of the things that helps your immune system is exercising. One of the things that helps you is some vitamins. But do you know that in California, here in the United States, they made a studies. And these are non-Muslims. And they found the best that built your immune system to the best is you fasting 3 days non-stop. When a person fasts 3 days non-stop, they said your immune system becomes much stronger than ever. More than exercising, more than any other drugs that we take as vitamins. So when you fast, it's not only that you're getting blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your spirituality becomes clean. No, your body also. And that is why they said previously people, when before all this medicine they came up with all this medicine, when people have any disease, any sickness, what do they used to do? How do they used to treat one another? They used to treat one another with fasting. Not eating for a certain period of days. Sometimes 40 days, you can only drink water. And that, what it does, it cleans your system and makes it even much better to do what? To get ready for the next year to come. So the month of Ramadan, this fasting, forget about the spirituality first. Now what it does, your body becomes much stronger. Your immune system becomes much stronger than ever during the month of Ramadan. And that is one of the benefit of what? Of fasting. That's number one. Number two, the month of Ramadan also gives us not just the body, it strengthens your desire, your wish. You know what? In the month of Ramadan, you are able to control your desires. As a mu'min speaking, huh? As a mu'min, in the month of Ramadan, you tell yourself no when yourself tells you yes. It's called taqwiyatul irada. You strengthen your what? Your desire, your willpower, so to speak, your willpower. Now, here's the thing. In the month of Ramadan, when you are thirsty, you see a water that you can take and drink. Your nafs tells you, yes, drink, I'm thirsty. But then your willpower tells you, no. A mu'min enters the bathroom, lock himself up. He can drink water. Nobody's watching. Nobody could know other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the person says no to that water, no to the food, because he knows Allah is watching. That willpower becomes much stronger during the month of Ramadan. And that is why it's very unique in the month of Ramadan that after the month of Ramadan, things that you're not able to do, in the month of Ramadan you find yourself you can do them. Because your willpower becomes stronger. And not only that, it becomes stronger because you are able to say no. And if you're able to say no to your will, to your desires, other things becomes what? Easier to follow. And the month of Ramadan becomes what? The timing to train our willpower, make it stronger, to get it ready, so you can say no to the other things that maybe might be difficult in the other month to do. For example, people who smoke in the other month, and it's very hard for them to stop this behavior, right? Now, month of Ramadan can be a time to start, because if you cannot smoke for the hours that you're fasting, at least, what does it do? It helps you to fight that urge that you cannot fight during the other month. Because some of people, they smoke, they want to stop, but they cannot. But in the month of Ramadan, they know they cannot. So what happened? It helps you, that month of Ramadan, that fasting, it helps you to make your willpower stronger so you can fight other things. That is number two. Number three, the month of Ramadan also makes you physically stronger. Forget about the immune system that we spoke about. No, physically, your body becomes stronger. How? Now look, when you have two trees, one tree is next to water all the time. All right? Next to the river, always get water, always get rain, versus a tree that grows in desert, where it doesn't rain that often, where it doesn't get rain that much. Now, definitely, when the wind comes, you think which of the tree is going to fall easily? Of course, the one next to water. And we see it here most of the time. Right? Versus the one that stays in the desert, that becomes much stronger. So the body of a person who goes through fasting, especially in the month of Ramadan, you become much stronger compared to whom? Compared to the one that's not. And that is why you see, even when they chose or they spoke about the companions of the 12 Imam, Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif, one of their signs is they were people of fasting, Ahlus Siyam. In some narrations, even their lips is so dry because of kathrat siyam. Not only Imam Zaman. Too much of eating and drinking can take so much away from you. You look at an example. When Talut was taking people to go and fight Jalut, in Quran the story is mentioned there. On their way, he told them they were thirsty, they were hungry. He says, no one should drink to their full satisfaction. First, he denied them not to drink at all. They should continue fasting. Some of them see that they cannot. Then he said to them, okay, إِلَّا مَنِ اغْتَرَفَ غُرْفَةً بِيَدٍ. Except those who take sip. Most of them couldn't. Very few of them were able. And you know what happened to them? Those who were not able to obey that order, Talut sent all of them back. The only ones who were able to follow that order of Talut, they were only 313. And he took them to the battlefield, and they were the ones who were able to achieve victory. Now that tells you a lot about the importance of fasting. So the fasting is not just there is a benefit of immune system. It's not just there's a benefit of you being healthy. No, your body becomes stronger too. Because of what your body goes through, it becomes stronger physically. And what is the significance of this? You need that too. Physical strength. Imam Ali alayhi salam in dua community, what does he say? Allahumma qawwi ala khidmatika jawarihi. Not only that, hadith says also, and al-mu'minu al-qawi khayrun inda Allah min al-mu'min al-dha'if. There are two believers, one of them is strong, one of them is weak. Now, which one of these two Allah loved the most? The hadith says, the stronger one. So, if you and I want to be stronger in the sight of Allah, to do things and serve Allah the best, we need to fast. And because that fasting can give us the strength and the power and the ability that we need so that we can serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the best way that Allah wants us. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.